Welcome back, investors, to Ticker Time News. I'm Adam, and coming off of its first EPS miss in over 5 years, Applied Materials, ticker symbol AMAT, returned to form in Q1 22, delivering a familiar top and bottom line beat. The upside performance is a welcome change from last quarter, but the underlying storyline remains much the same. Specifically, ongoing supply chain issues are preventing Applied Materials from fully capturing robust demand from semiconductor producers. As a development of semiconductor manufacturing equipment, Applied Materials is exposed to shortages of silicon components that are used to make its systems. Okay, before we get too far into Applied Materials earnings and its massive, and I mean massive, backlog, smash that like button, share this video, and click the first link in the description to get our top 10 stocks list and so much more. And if it's your first time watching, click subscribe. Thank you, my friends, for doing that. These supply chain constraints filtered through Applied Materials' Q2 EPS and revenue forecast, each of which came in slightly below expectations based on the midpoint of the guidance ranges. Applied Materials' TP guidance doesn't come as a surprise, though. After fellow semi-cap company KLA Corporation, ticker symbol KLAC, they also issued upside quarterly results with downside guidance in late January. KLA noted that supply chain problems reduced its Q3 22 revenue outlook by 8 to 10%. What's particularly frustrating about this situation is that the demand environment has probably never been stronger. That's especially the case in the foundry logic space, which Applied Materials believes accounted for more than 60% of all WFE, or wafer fabrication equipment investments last year. Foundries are being bombarded with orders from a variety of areas, including OEMs in the automotive, personal electronics, Internet of Things, and cloud computing markets. It's no wonder then why Applied Materials CEO Gary Dickerson is so bullish on the company's future. During their earnings call, he highlighted a few metrics and data points that outline how strong of a position the company is really in. Like in Q1, Applied Materials' semiconductor system backlog grew by more than $1.3 billion, reaching a company record of $8 billion. That's right, Applied Materials has an $8 billion backlog, record setting. With the company already nearly sold out for 2022, its growth outlook for 2023 is looking quite solid. Echoing his comments from last quarter, Dickerson reiterated that the semiconductor industry has a long way to go before supply catches up with demand. This bodes really well for Applied Materials' gross margin, which expanded by 170 basis points year over year to 47.2% in Q1. The company sees significant improvements on the horizon in terms of how supply chains are set up. For instance, backed by governmental support and incentives, Applied Materials believes there will be a new reorganization or a quote regionalization of supply chains in the coming years. Intel, ticker symbol INTC, their decision to expand its chip manufacturing footprint in the US is an example of this shift. Everybody wants their chip making to be domestic. The bottom line for Applied Materials is that a more resilient supply chain is a net positive for the company. And the main takeaway is that business is very healthy for Applied Materials, and that it would be booming if not for the supply chain situation. With COVID-related restrictions easing in many parts of the world, including a possible removal of China's zero COVID policy, hope is building. These lingering supply chain issues will soon subside, enabling Applied Materials to fully capitalize on a very favorable demand environment. Well, that's what I think about Applied Materials right now. But I want to hear from you. What do you think about Applied Materials' huge backlog? And will supply chain problems ease sometime in 2022 or be pushed back until 2023? And remember, your comments make these videos so much better. Smash the like button, share this video, and click the first link in the description to get our top 10 stocks list and so much more. We've done the research so you don't have to. And if it's your first time watching, click subscribe. For Ticker Time News, I'm Adam. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.